Welcome back to the sawmill build. This is episode 9. We're really coming along now. If this is your first time stumbling across this, there should be a playlist up here. In today's episode, we're going to build some leveling feet to keep the mill sitting level on and well supported on flat or on even ground. So let's see what these took to build. The next step is going to be leveling feet. This is 8 inches of 1 inch coarse threaded rod, a 1 inch nut. It's threaded on about half the thickness of the nut, and we're going to weld the nut to it. One down, 13 to go. And just a matter of grabbing our nut, spinning it down halfway, lock it down. This is just tooling at this point, these two nuts. We throw one on. Put it down about that far. Put the coupling nut on. Now we want to jam these suckers together. Now that's ready for the next step. I say it from time to time, I'm no welder. I might be overstating that a bit. I've got a fair bit of experience. This, I'm no machinist. I've owned this machine for maybe 6 months and really don't know what I'm doing. So our coupling nut is referencing us. Bottom the jam nut out against the side of the table, and then clamp her down. Half-inch end mill. No idea how fast it's going, because all I got's a little turny dial, no readout. It ain't a fancy one. I bought it because it was on sale at Busy Bee Tools, and it's something I've wanted for a while. So let's mill this down.
That's all there is to it. Get the nuts off there to jig up the next one. I've got a total of 14 of these to do. I think I've done 4 so far, so I got some time ahead of me because that was like 15 minutes per. So yeah, once we get all these done, we'll pick up with the next step. Alright, we're in the final stretch for making our feet here. We've got some little slivers of pipe. These, which we just made, actually took most of the day to do them all, but minor. We have to round the corners of these nuts off just a little bit so they move freely in the pipe. Pipe. $60.13 today. Oh, come on. So we have 4 spots of weld. Yeah, 3. One of them's kind of crappy. 2 is enough, though, I think. 1/8 plate, 6x6, with the corners dog-eared off. Does that look like the middle to you? It does to me. And then we'll weld this on. I haven't ran anything up through these since putting them on, or welding them on.
these will get better over time. When I get off camera, great. Put it in my hand. Full contact on the socket now. Battery lasts long, but with a little bit of oil, work that through a couple times. Like I said, the other one that I put in off camera, it works just fine. We ended up with 14 or 12 instead of 14. I had 2 pieces of threaded rod which look different. I believe they're grade 8, and tore up the end mill while trying to hex them. So I don't think it's going to be the end of the world to have 12. So I'm going to continue welding, and alright, we're going to make us a mill tool here. So we got a couple of pieces of pipe and a couple of sockets. This one's 3/4, this one's 1.5 inches. And we got no ground. Whatever we're tacked on. It ain't right pretty, but neither am I, so. Okay. Not exactly the plan, but we'll roll with it. They get a little hot on the fingers. It's about as straight as we're going to get, I think.
not going to be easy because it's going to want to keep moving. That ought to do. All right. There's our tool. This tool serves two purposes. It's really kind of hard to use right now because of how hot it is. But one is for adjusting the leveling feet. Number two is adjusting the blade. Even though we don't have a blade yet. So yeah, that's our blade tool, leveling tool. We're going to let this cool.